Hey you, welcome if you're new, or welcome back friend if you've been to the channel before. This is Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot, and I'm Erica. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you because your time and your energy is a valuable resource, and I appreciate the energetic exchange you give to me every time you watch a video. I produce content on a variety of platforms, and you can follow me on all of them by accessing my link tree in the description below. Some housekeeping. The last 28 days of YouTube analytics indicate to me that over 52% of my recent viewers aren't subscribed. I encourage you to subscribe for easy access, and I'd also encourage you to hit the notification bell to get alerted when I go live on YouTube, which is usually unannounced and is provoked mostly by Spirit's call. I'm also in the process of starting my Patreon page where I will be posting first access to ad-free content to the 2021 astrology videos for each sign, and I will do extended love readings at the herbal tea tier or higher. I'll do an introduction video of my Patreon page once Patreon has been up, going, and well fed. I've also had some emails asking about private readings, and I'm doing them, but on a part-time basis only right now, as I'm focusing on producing content for my YouTube page and for my recently started podcast. It's called the Esoterica Pod, and it's on 6 different platforms, so look for me where you listen to podcasts. I talk about everything from astrology to my near-death experience and some of the things that have come along with that near-death experience, like hearing dead people and seeing shadow people. So I encourage you to check me out over there too. I hope you're well. I'm sending you a lot of love. And let's get into what the end of November lunar eclipse in Gemini has in store for you. So before I get started with each individual sign, what I'm going to do is discuss some of the aspects that are going to be going on during this eclipse. And I feel like it would be important for those of you who are new to astrology or don't speak the language well to understand some of the things that we're talking about. I'm using cards from the Numinous Astro deck. I'm trying to show y'all without a glare. That's it. Anyways, that's the back. So I'm going to feature some of the cards that are in this deck because they kind of point out and highlight some of the keywords and the themes that are associated with what's showing up in the sky for us. I'm focusing mainly on the oppositions. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in grander theme or grander scale. This lunar eclipse is occurring in Gemini. And Gemini, according to this deck, is the butterfly. And some of the words that you can put in your data bank or in your word bank to associate with Gemini are curious, communicative, versatile, flexible, variety-seeking, social, collaborative, brilliant, perceptive, connected, vocal, adaptive, street-smart, mobile, studious, superficial, restless, and fidgety. And that's what the card looks like. So we've got this lunar eclipse in Gemini. During the lunar eclipse, we have the sun opposite the moon, and it is an applying aspect, meaning it is growing more tense as the eclipse draws nearer to exactation. So the sun card deals with being. It emphasizes or more words for your word bank. Essence, energy, self-awareness, life force, spirit, creativity, honor, masculinity, distinction, childishness, ego, individuality, solitude, expression, self-sufficiency, shine, heartbeat, father. That's what the sun card looks like in this deck. So we've got an opposition in the sky between the sun and the moon. The moon is feelings, instinct, nurturing, gut reactions, comfort, digestion, home, family, conditioning, habits, femininity, lineage, privacy, embodiment, emotions, sustenance, self-soothing, moods, mother. And this opposition we see in the card. There's the moon card again. Okay? So we've got this opposition between the sun and the moon, asking for balance. More words for your word bank. Relates, mirrors, interacts, confronts, makes conscious, manifests, disciplines, conflicts with, tests, objectifies, and calls out. So that's kind of what it looks like in an astrology chart. The sun glyph opposite the moon. And that's one of the oppositions going on during this eclipse. And again, the pressure is applying between these two heavenly spheres, the two luminaries of the sky. And the sun is going to be in Sagittarius, the moon is going to be in Gemini. That placement changes in each sign's houses. That's why I give you the houses when I'm talking about what's going on. So we have this opposition card again in play between the planet Venus. Venus deals with love, but it also deals with beauty, harmony, romance, charm, receiving, sensuality, luxury, wealth, diplomacy, magnetism, value, pleasure, adornment, adoration, attraction, indulgence, taste, and style. In an opposition, looking for balance, confronting the planet Uranus of revolution, breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight, awakening, technology, innovation, humanitarianism, reform, surprise, freedom, experimentation, the unexpected, rupture, edge, diversity, enlightening. So we've got these powerful oppositions occurring in the sky between a pretty energetic sky with this lunar eclipse going on. For each of you, it will play out in different houses. And we're going to break that down right now. Hey Capricorn, welcome to your Gemini Eclipse video. This eclipse is going to be occurring at the end of November 2020, and it will be occurring in your 6th house. That's where the moon will be at. There will be an opposition from the sun in your 12th house. We've got Mercury in Scorpio sextiling Jupiter and Saturn in your sign. So there's going to be a sextile going on from your 11th house to your 1st house. And then Venus is opposite Uranus, so another opposition between the 11th house and the 5th house. Finally, we have Mars in Aries square to Pluto in your sign, and this is occurring in your 1st house. It's not a good time for you to be trying to make changes to your personal effects right now. You may be feeling inspired for a change, but I wouldn't do it just yet. Let's see what the cards have to say for you, Capricorn. Saturn will soon be moving out of your sign, so will Jupiter, moving on into Aquarius, which is interesting because I pulled the star card for Aquarius. Two major arcana cards fell, the star card and Justice. I'm also going to pull for you a card from the Spirit Animal deck. Well, the dog spirit flipped for y'all. Be loyal to what you love. I would say be loyal to whom and who. I would say be loyal to whom you love and expect loyalty from those who say they love you. Also, from the Rebel Goddess, the Rebel Oracle deck, I'm used to saying Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle deck. This is the Rebel Oracle deck. It can be a little feisty. It can be a little rude. It can be a little crass, but it is usually very highly requested in personal readings because it can cut to the matter of things. Had a card fall. Oh my goodness. It fell under everything. Okay, I got it. The card that flew out of the deck is shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive and let that shit go. What are you hanging on to? What do you refuse to let go of? Second card is winning. You got a good thing. You've got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. Are you trying to self-sabotage in any way, my dear Capricorns? A 12th house opposition to your 6th house, where the full moon is playing out. Where the full moon is playing out. Could be that you are dealing with some sort of self-sabotage, especially in like your work and health, or your daily routine, or your day-to-day life. I say the self-sabotage because of this dog spirit and the loyalty part coming up. The card that fell at the bottom of the deck, or yeah, it was at the bottom of the deck. It's a Justice card. This is the 8 of Spades. It's also the 8 of Swords. And in the Rider-Waite, it is the Justice card. It deals with reason and fairness and could be dealing with a Libra in your world. Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, possibly Venus. In the recent past, we have the 7 of Diamonds or the 7 of Pentacles, which also shows up as the Star card, which is another major arcana in the Rider-Waite Tarot. The Star card deals with hope and healing. It can also emphasize the Aquarius signatures as well. It's the water bearer looking for balance as well. Not a bad thing. The card in the central focus of the reading is the 6 of Pentacles or the 6 of Diamonds. You do have that 6th house opposition from the 12th house. The actual lunar eclipse is occurring in the 6th house of work and health. It's also your daily routine and the competency and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. It's your daily to-do list. It can also be dealing with your pets. Deals with charity, harmony, and cooperation. Final card that we have for you in this reading is the King of Spades or the King of Swords. This is a third major arcana for you. As the Emperor card in the Rider-Waite Tarot. This could also be, like I said, the King of Swords. Deals with wisdom, experience, and authority. Could be dealing with someone who has strong Aries energy. And you do have that square from Mars and Aries applying to Pluto in your 1st house. I didn't in my notes write down where Mars was, but you can go back to your November video and hear what Mars is doing in the sky for you, and we'll give you better information as to what's going on with this reading as well, because they were made and intended to link together. There's some hope and healing coming to an area of life for you. Could be that healing is coming to you through means of the internet or means of social networking, or the groups, memberships, teams, and associations that you belong to because of the 11th house stimulation that's going on. You've been through a lot with Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter in your sign throughout the year 2019 and 2020, Capricorn. And it feels like you're on the precipice of starting anew from where everything was kind of pushed back, weeded back, or taken away. I hope you're well. I'm sending you a lot of love. I do hope that you take care of yourself, and please be kind to yourself. I'm asking you to save some of that kindness for others, because we're all doing everything we can to survive this shit show that is 2020. Some of us are going through private battles that we may never speak about to another living soul, and kindness really costs us nothing. I think we've lost our connection with human decency, and I think kindness is a way to bridge it back. So I encourage you to be as kind as you can to yourself and to those people around you, and be gracious to those who need it, even if they don't deserve it, especially if they don't deserve it. I love you, and I'll be around soon for your December reading. Until then, take care and bye, y'all. I love you.